Go ahead and get started. As George said, I'm Jenkins. I'll be the moderator for this discussion. And the discussion is how major consulting firms are working with their clients to implement blockchain solutions to address business problems. Whew, that's a mouthful. So I am the Director of Communications for an advisory firm called Business Block. We are guiding companies, organizations, and universities in several countries from Taiwan to Iceland on ways to improve their information systems. I've been in finance for a decade now, and in the previous decade ran my own video production company traveling across the U.S. to create informational videos, did I lost the mic again? Informational videos for corporations, foundations. Is my mic going in and out? All right. Corporations, foundations, and government agencies. Before that, I was a correspondent and anchor for CNN from 1982 to 1998, based in Los Angeles, then Tokyo, and then New York. This was long before the phrase fake news became popular at presidential rallies. I've reported. Hello, it's the on and off microphone. I had to deal with that live sometimes as well. So I reported around the globe on riots, disasters, crime, politics, entertainment, sports, energy, the environment, economics. I'll take this as a backup. Easier, everybody in the cheap seats hear me? Okay, good. So I covered everything from the environment, economics, and of course technology and the financial markets. So it's my honor today to introduce these highly respected professionals. To my left is Sharad Malhautra of Ernst & Young. Sharad is focused on emerging technologies, including blockchain and distributed ledgers. He has worked with EY clients in the US, in Europe, and in Asia. Sharad has given presentations the past 3 years to more than 50 large enterprises on the potential impact of blockchain in their organizations. He's also conducted workshops on blockchain use cases with teams in the retail, automotive, and energy sectors. And he's a mentor to several blockchain entrepreneurs. Sharad earned his bachelor's degree in computer engineering at the University of Pune in India and earned his MBA at Rice University in Houston, the Ivy League of Texas. Next to Sharad is Jason Griffiths, a senior manager in blockchain at Accenture. He's the financial services practice lead for Accenture's St. Louis office. Jason has experience and expertise in mergers and acquisitions, technology and business transformation, and in the implementation of strategic programs. Jason is a cougar from Brigham Young University, where he earned his degree in management information systems. On your far right is Safwan Zaheer, a digital financial services leader and currently the head of FinTank at KPMG. He's worked for companies in the tech, retail, and financial services sectors, developing corporate strategy, launching new digital businesses and products, and managing digital transformation programs. Safwan has been quoted in leading publications and has given a number of keynote speeches on blockchain and digital payments. He also serves on the boards of 2 blockchain startups. Safwan earned his bachelor's and master's degrees in electrical engineering at Texas A&M. He earned a second master's in engineering and management at MIT. So, Sharad, the question we all frequently hear is whether blockchain can actually work in an area other than cryptocurrency trading. How do you reply to that?
So Brian, that's an interesting question because the majority of the work that I'm doing with my, can you guys hear me?
Can you hear? Do we have, okay. On now? Good.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. So majority of the work that I'm doing with a lot of my US-based clients has nothing to really do with crypto, but really on how blockchain can drive value across the business. And when enterprises are really looking at blockchain, they're focusing on 3 imperatives. So the first imperative is the cost imperative. So how can blockchain enable cost reduction and provide value across your business network? Perfect examples are, I have industrial clients looking at blockchain in their contract manufacturing and supplier base to see how you can reduce the reconciliation and value leakage. Or you have logistics clients looking at how you can drive visibility across the network of logistic providers, whether it's 3PLs, 4PLs, freight forwarders, custom brokers, to start actually optimizing your logistics network. And a lot of this work is done after you see, can traditional IT solve the problem? Perfect example, I think one gentleman from the back asked, why would you do a particular use case if centralized database will solve it? So I think the first journey enterprises go through and say, for a business problem, can traditional IT solve the problem? And if the answer is yes, then blockchain may not be that important. And generally it's when you're interacting with multitude of parties that you don't really trust well and you don't have visibility, and their business transactions are causing issues to you, is when you start really experimenting with blockchain in your enterprise. The second imperative is the growth imperative. So clients are also looking at, could blockchain drive new business models, or could they start developing relationship with customers using the technology? Another example is, I have a wine client in Italy, which is looking at putting the data lineage of the wine that they produce on public blockchain networks to develop a relationship with the crypto-friendly millennials in Italy. So that's an example in the growth area. And finally, the last imperative is really the compliance imperative, which a lot of the enterprises are seeing on how they can provide that visibility to the regulatory institutions to help reduce a lot of the overhead burden that enterprises have today when it comes to meeting a lot of the regulatory commitments. And the pharma industry and a lot of the financial services industry are really looking at that.
Three excellent areas to hit upon. So Jason, give us some prime examples of the value that blockchain is bringing to your Accenture clients.
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. I'd say there's a lot of real value out there, and we're basically just touching the tip of the iceberg. One example, over a sixth of the population of the world is limited in the way they can interact socially, economically, and politically. For one big reason is they lack a proof of existence. And so Accenture, as part of a public-private partnership with ID 2020 and leveraging Accenture's blockchain identity solution to help create an area where we can have the identity accessible to those folks. And in addition to having that control over the identity, there's also applicability across the board as we look at the banking sector, KYC, onboarding new clients, and also even just the way the workforce is managed from a background check perspective. There's a lot of applicability from an identity perspective. Identity is really key. Another area that we're seeing, and you mentioned some around cost, and there's a lot of duplication in the financial services sector, reconciliations that need to occur, etc. There's a large exchange in Australia that has been bold in terms of saying they're getting to blockchain in 2021, and they've done the research and they've estimated with their partners that there's over $1 billion in cost reduction saved by going to blockchain. So I would say that it's very real in terms of the value that blockchain can provide.
Fantastic. I know the city of Chicago was looking at creating an ID for every citizen using blockchain, and Rahm Emanuel, our mayor, has been behind that kind of technology. My wife and I happened to see Mayor and talked to him yesterday at a restaurant just a few blocks north of here. He'll be looking for a job come next spring, so perhaps Accenture can snap him up to work on that ID project. So, Safwan, what are the risks with blockchain? Well, first of all, let me ask you, in what areas are your clients in banking and financial services implementing blockchain?
First of all, thank you very much. Thank you to FinTank for hosting us. So there's lots of things happening across the financial services ecosystem. In general, I think we all can agree that financial services very inefficient. And blockchain is considered one particular technology that can help to reduce a lot of friction and inefficiencies that are existing in the financial services world as we speak. Having said that, across financial services and across the clients that I interact with, I'm seeing quite a bit of excitement and experimentation happening at the moment. In payments, it's all around reducing eliminating rather the intermediaries and middlemen and making the process of payment transaction much faster. So in money transfers, it's the ability for the receiver to get money almost instantaneously. Another area I'm seeing some work is the integration of payments and loyalty. I think loyalty is one area to watch for where the traditional loyalty space, which is around the loyalty point accrual and redemption, which is archaic, slow, it takes multiple weeks before you can accrue the points and then redeem them. That's being changed by putting these loyalty points on a blockchain ledger. So that's stuff I'm seeing around payments. In lending, it is around mortgage origination. I'm seeing a lot around digitization of workflows, putting borrower and consumer documentation, digitizing it, and sort of speeding that process up. In trade finance, I'm seeing some really good work. Trade finance in general is extremely inefficient in today's world. So it is around how can you connect the buyers and the sellers much more efficiently. How can you improve and deliver on the visibility of what's happening in the supply chain. So I'm seeing some financial services that are the leading ones, creating exchanges as well as post-security settlement platforms that can enable buyers and sellers to trade efficiently without having to wait for multiple days. And finally, one of the areas that even my firm has been involved is around KYC. KYC, which is know your customer, which is a process that a bank has to go through in order to get a consumer to bank, is inefficient today. So what's happening with blockchain is the consumer data is digitized, tokenized, and put on a blockchain ledger, which can be then accessed by a network of participants that have access to that ledger, and sort of basically speed up the process of know your customer and even AML type of requirements. So those are some things. It's early days. There's lots to be learned, but the industry is slowly and carefully moving to that direction.
In reference to blockchain and loyalty programs, I see many people in the audience here who were in attendance the past 2 days at the River Roast Restaurant, a conference called Loyalty Live, organized by a group out of Toronto, focusing on blockchain in the loyalty area. So we know that is, as you say, one of the big potential areas for blockchain. So, Safwan, what are the risks with blockchain that you find are generally of greatest concern to executives in financial services?
So the greatest risk is that the technology is not ready for prime time. There's still a lot of experimentation happening. We are starting to see some platforms emerge as potentially the likely winners, but not, they too are not there as yet. I mean, just take a simple example around handling payment volume. I mean, the amount of transaction and payment volume that a Visa or MasterCard can handle just can't be handled by a blockchain network. So those are some of the main challenges that I see. Outside of that, there's periphery challenges around legal risk, lack of standardization. Blockchain can be expensive. It's not efficient to operate. So those are some of the things that I'm seeing at the moment.
So blockchain is not the be-all and end-all, which is something we stress to our clients as well. Jason, how do your clients tend to approach the idea of creating and implementing blockchain for their operations?
Thanks, Brent. So I will kind of respond a bit from a scalability perspective. The DTC, they had a press release earlier this week and mentioned that they were able to with a couple of the leading blockchain platforms, test the U.S. equity capacity for a daily trade. So they ran over 115 million trades at over 6,000 transactions per second. So I'd say, from a technology perspective, I think it's more of a business issue about getting to blockchain than it is a technology. And that goes along with a lot of what we see from an implementation perspective is it's not a technology problem per se. It's we need to find the right business use case and then go from there. And there's multiple leading platforms that can be chosen. And also, I guess one key thing is that blockchain and the value that comes from it isn't done in isolation, right? It requires tough decisions to be made from a business perspective of, do we collaborate with, what ecosystem do we collaborate with? Do we work with our competitors? Do we share different data? And that's where we're seeing some of the challenges, but there's tremendous value as well, so it's definitely worth exploring those ecosystems and becoming part of that journey.
Sharad, you've been traveling the world to talk with people about blockchain. Do you believe that what I call the blockchain dominoes will start falling in the next few years as more organizations consider digital technologies?
So yes, Brian, the short answer is yes, the dominoes will start falling. However, as Jason rightly said, for blockchain to gain widespread adoption in enterprises, it's really not about the technology as much as it is about getting different stakeholders to work together. So it's really more of a stakeholder management, a people problem than really a technology problem. And the technology is getting better over time. For example, we are right now building one of the largest enterprise blockchains. It's actually for Microsoft. It's pretty public. We're putting their entire Xbox gaming royalty payments on a blockchain network. So, and we're making a lot of strides as we're going through that in terms of the transaction speeds and in terms of the processing that needs to happen. So definitely technology will catch up. No one is really worried about the technology, but it's hard to get all people to align on certain standards. It's hard to get people to work on common frameworks. And yes, people are trying with consortiums, but it's a challenge. It's a people challenge. And I think that's going to be the biggest impediment when it comes to the dominoes really falling in terms of broad scale production.
My team had lunch on Monday with a design firm, and I see the head of that team in our audience today, and he said something that I thought was extremely wise. He says, essentially, I hope I'm phrasing this correctly, that he has boiled down the number one argument for blockchain into 5 words: a single source of truth. How do you feel about that concept, that is one of the leading aspects of blockchain that we can point to and say, this is why we're moving in that direction?
Oh yes, totally. So blockchain is the single source of truth for a lot of the business transactions. And if you really look at majority of the work that we do in terms of interactions between different enterprises, we are trying to reconcile the data that we agreed with one another based on the negotiations we did. So, perfect example, take an industrial manufacturer, take his contract manufacturer, take his suppliers. They do a good job in talking to each other, either using Excel sheets, face-to-face meetings, emails, phone calls, and aligning on price and tier pricing. But even after that, every enterprise in the world has an army of auditors that are looking at purchase orders and invoicing and goods receipt and other trade terms in order to make sure that the price you paid was really the price you agreed. A lot, and why that happens today, is because even after we do a fairly good job in negotiating our trade terms, we have these siloed systems that exist within our own enterprises where we are going and updating. That's fine, we do a good job even in updating it at the first time, but in normal course of business, those data keeps changing, those terms keep changing, those prices keep changing. And as that happens, there's inconsistency in those data systems. So what what you end up doing is having these auditors making sure that there is no value leakage that you're having because of this cause of issues, and because of which companies like EY and KPMG and other auditors have big business in auditing a lot of those transactions. So actually, the shared version of truth disrupts companies like us and our traditional business models of audit, because of which we are investing a lot on technologies like blockchain because it totally changes the way you're able to interact with one another and really have that shared version of the same price information or shared version of the same PO details, which you then don't need really auditors to go back and forth and reconcile.
So digital systems can disrupt in ways that we may not have yet imagined. Jason, at this point, how would you describe the level of maturity of blockchain and distributed ledger technology?
Thanks. So I'd say the technology continues to grow at a pace. In terms of today, it feels like the version 1.0 is out there. But if we think about it in other contexts, it's kind of like the cell phone early on. Like you can make a call and receive a call, but if you look at the cell phone today, I hardly make or receive calls, right? I use it for a whole other various use cases, and that's what I think blockchain is at. It's, the fundamentals are there, and now we just have to take it further. And I would say from a technology perspective as well, it's growing at pace and even exponentially because it has a lot of backing from the core infrastructure providers as well. It's not just a bunch of startups trying to create this. There's toolkits out there on all these leading platforms in the cloud as well to help make that progression go forward. So it feels like it's definitely growing, and the biggest impediment that we have is the business solutions.
Your mention of cell phones reminds me, I go back so far. In 1984, at the age of 26, CNN assigned me to do a report on this new technology called cell phones. I was based in Los Angeles and remember riding in a car with a real estate agent who had a handset on a coiled cord in his car. And then we went to a location where they opened up a cabinet and showed us the cell phone center, and there were very few cell towers, even in LA at that time. And 7 years later, I was using a satellite phone in Kuwait. Safwan and I nearly crossed paths in Kuwait. His family was leaving just before I got in there, 8 hours ahead of the Allied forces to see the liberation of Kuwait City. But it's amazing how the technology has grown, and this is why I believe where there is a need, someone will figure out a way. And that's why I think blockchain may be in its early stage, but it's coming on. I'm going to open up to questions in just a moment. My last question for Safwan. And I want everybody to write down a question and ask one. What are some blockchain applications that you see coming which have not been widely discussed?
So I think one interesting application that I'm seeing is the concept of central bank-based digital currency, which is a central bank complementing its fiat currency, such as a US dollar, with a digital currency. And what's interesting in this space is I don't believe you need a blockchain to do that because there's no decentralization, there's no anonymity involved. But what's happening is blockchain is being used for this use case. And as more and more central banks get on this bandwagon, we may even be seeing a second order effect that starts to hit the industries such as the ones we've seen in some of the other industries, such as the bookstores, retail, as well as even music. So a lot of this experimentation is happening across Southeast Asia as well as in the Middle East. So the government of Dubai just actually launched a digital currency by the name of M-Cash, which is Emirates Cash, which is a digital token that's complementing their local currency, and they are now mandating the government institutions and the merchants and retailers to accept that. So they're starting to affect that behavior, change both the merchant behavior as well as consumer behavior, and start to adopt that digital currency as a form of payment.
And we know Dubai wants to be a world leader in digital technologies, but we believe Chicago can be as well. Questions, please. Yes. Henry, please go ahead. Henry.
I see you and KPMG. So you guys are accounting firms. So I'm seeing blockchain and the RPA, the technology are totally transforming the accounting field. Can you give some point about the people who are already CPA and the students who would be CPA? Should they be scared, or they should embrace, or what should they do to keep their job?
So I would love to answer that question because we get that a lot from the young CPAs who work with us as well. So I think this couldn't be a better time to be a CPA because audit profession is not going to get eliminated. It's just the way audit is done that's going to get changed. You still need to audit smart contracts. You still need to audit blockchain networks. So we are building, for example, we had it on the screen earlier, the blockchain analyzer, where we are going and auditing all the top cryptocurrency exchanges and blockchain networks. So we are, the younger generation, as you said, of auditors are getting more and more excited with the technology and seeing how they can pivot the profession of audit as the world changes more and more into technology. So my, I guess, advice to the younger auditors and CPAs who are getting out of university is have a digital bent as you're also learning audit. Because a lot of the work you will do as auditors as you go forward will be with a lot of these new emerging digital technologies.
Henry, I'm glad you brought that up because young people like me are often left out of the conversation. Sir, with the microphone.
Thank you.
So I'm trying to understand the KYC use case for blockchain. So what's the expectation here that the individual opens his own or creates his own blockchain record, and is that an ID that will be used at account opening? And the follow-up question would be, how are we going to handle updates to customer information, right? When we move, so your address changed. So how is that going to play out?
Yeah, so it's not for the consumer. I mean, the consumer doesn't open up a blockchain. It's basically set by either a bank or a network of participants to store data of the consumer. So the blockchain network will digitize consumer identity, put it on a blockchain, which will then be shared, and then the data gets repeatedly updated on almost on a real-time basis. That is efficient in sort of doing KYC checks and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and the benefit from an individual perspective is if you did move, you could change it once on the blockchain and it would apply to all your other relationships, right? They would just reference that chain. So you wouldn't have to go to 20 different places to change your address. Additionally, from a KYC perspective, if you already got KYC checks at your bank, right, you need it at your wealth manager, everywhere else, right? Could you have a trusted source that you could go to for KYC across the board?
Can we take one more question?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, there you are. All right, Michael.
Interested in what you guys are seeing in terms of use cases for large supply chains for manufacturers.
So, yeah, I can take that. I lead a lot of supply chain engagements at EY. So, if you go, so first the two big areas for large manufacturers is procurement and logistics, where the big use cases lie. And let me give you an example. If you are anyone who works in a warehouse or in the field of logistics, these people will tell you that inventory magically appears in some systems and inventory magically disappears in the other systems, and they spend most of their time reconciling between the digital world and the physical world. And for that, they have developed many business processes in the supply chain to do that. And that's the way of doing business for them today. That's a big cost overhead that industrial and manufacturing companies have. Because what we've done, even the most efficient manufacturing and industrial companies today are able to get the material from one end to the other. So the material flow works in synchronicity today. However, in order for that material flow to move, you have information flow which goes all over the place. because you have different systems, you have different parties, you have different players, and they all really don't work well with each other. So I think the biggest opportunity that industrial clients have is what blockchain can enable is making your information flow and your material flow work together in synchrony. And that by itself has a huge cost benefit for majority of the industrial players that we have.
I want to give credit that last questioner is the gentleman who came up with the idea that blockchain boils down to a single source of truth. Please, a round of applause for our panelists. Feel free to intercept them as they go for coffee during the break and ask your follow-up questions with them. Thank you for attending. Go Chicago and blockchain.
Brian, and thank you again to all of our consultants that were here to give us their insights. I would encourage you to take advantage of the opportunity. These are experts. They're here while they're here asking the questions you have. So with that, again, thank you very much. But I also want to point out a couple of things. It's break time right now. And again, to stay with our theme of taking advantage of getting to know individuals, work with each other, we have a group in back called Social Jack. You'll see the light on back there. And what they're doing is they're typing testimonials. If you want to be on the live stream, feel free to stop by. With that, it's break time. Let's come back at 10:45 local time. For those of you on the live stream, we'll see you in half an hour. Thank you all very much.
Vince and those guys are there.
So you say you guys are working with them?
Yeah, we do.
Is in our
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Let's go back there.
Everything is churning so quickly that if you don't keep up, if you read